Yo, what's up, you degenerate motherfuckers? It's your boy Sluggish Suitor here, back with another absolute banger. Today, we are going to be talking about my first time ever lemon taking magic mushrooms, alright? So, it's a banger. So, this happened honestly not too long ago, a couple weeks ago, alright? So, I was with my boy Jay and Bernard, right? So, me, Jay and Bernard, right? We were chilling at the crib, right? It was early, right? It was probably about 2 to 3 p.m. at this point, right? And they were working on some schoolwork, alright? And they pretty much were like, yo, I'm done with this schoolwork type shit. I'm trying to get fucked up. And I was like, alright, bet, I'm down. But here's the thing, right? We didn't have, like, we had, some bud, some flour, some carts. But we didn't have any alcohol. So, what did we decide to do? We decided, ladies and gentlemen, right, to get some magic mushrooms, right? So, I hit up my boy B-Main. We secure the bag, right? Secure the bag. The bag is secured. So, we go back over to my crib. And before we do that, we stop by the store and we get some orange juice. Now, if you guys don't know where I'm going with here, let me explain, alright? So, when you take magic mushrooms, right, there's a compound. Not even a compound. It's really just something that it digests with the mushroom, alright? It's called chitin, right? So, in order for your body to digest that psilocybin, it's first got to digest the chitin, right? You get me here? So, sometimes chitin is known to cause a lot of stomach pain with these types of substances. Also, it is also known to make the effects last longer and make them like kick in slower, am I right? But if you lemon tech it, which is where you grind up the substance into like these like grain, like literally grind it up to look like sand, right? Pour that bitch in a nice tall glass of orange juice or lemonade and mix it around for a second and let it sit for 15 to 20 minutes. I kid you not. Right after you drink it, I would say it takes about 15 minutes for it to kick in, alright? Now, normally, when you take these types of substances, it can take anywhere from 45 minutes to all the way up to over an hour for these substances to kick in. So, for the lemon teching method, to be able to, make it ramp up, get you on that train ride, a little quicker, it's definitely worth the time, alright, ladies and gentlemen? Anyways, so, after we consumed this potion, let's call it a potion, right? We were like, yo, we're trying to go outside and watch the sunset, because at this point, it was getting around 6 or 7, alright? So, it was getting to that point where the sun's starting to set, So we want to go outside and see the sunset. Now, granted, it was a little cold during this time of year. It's a little cold outside, alright? But nothing we can't handle, alright? We can bundle up that hoe. Anyways, so we go ahead and we bundle the fuck up, yo. We bundle up, we get our gear. I take a bev with me, and we go outside. Now, as soon as I walk outside, the first thing I remember, everything felt a little bit wavy, maybe moving around a little bit. I remember going outside and like the stars were just starting to come out. Like there was like 1 or 2 stars out that you could see. And I remember looking at that star and it being so bright. Alright. Now, as I'm walking around, right, I notice the trees are moving in kind of a certain pattern, right? So as I walk towards the back of my yard and I get an angle at these trees, I notice that they start forming a face, perhaps, right? Like a fox. They look like a fox. And my boys, Jay and Bernard, they was tripping too. I mean, Jay literally told me, we were sitting there outside, we were looking up at shit, and he looked at a star, and he literally like grabbed me and was like, bruh, that star just turned into a fucking eye, bro. It's turning into an eye right now. Like, he said that the star literally morphed into a fucking eyeball. Like, that's some crazy shit, right? It gets even crazier, right? So, as as time keeps going on, right, we start really ramping it up a little bit, all right? We start getting into that doom, 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 doom mode, you know what I'm saying? That rave mode, right? So we're pumped full of energy, right? But as it starts getting late, it starts getting dark, we kind of want to go back inside, It's getting a little chilly outside. There's not much to see, all right? So we go back inside. And immediately, as I walk inside the crib, I'm already feeling fucked up, right? I know we're fucked up. So, we're just chilling in the kitchen, right? Straight up chilling. I think, Jay was on the floor next to me, right? And my boy Bernard, he was standing in the kitchen, right? I think he was trying to make some food. So, Bernard, we're waiting for Bernard to end up making his food, right? And Bernard makes his food, but he can't even eat it, right? So we're just sitting there. It feels like we're in a loop. We're just having the same conversation over and over again, right? We're like, what are we doing down here on my kitchen floor, right? Why are we laying down on my kitchen floor? Why don't we go up and do something, Same shit happened, And eventually, we finally ended up moving, right? So, we moved upstairs, right? And this is when things started, definitely getting a little crazy, alright? Let's just say it felt like I loaded into a cartoon or a video game, alright? I was straight tripping. But granted, I think I was one of the soberest there, alright? So, my boy Jay was absolutely geeking, right? He was sitting up on my bed, looking around and shit, and eventually he laid down on my bed. And I'm not gonna lie, he was not getting up, alright? He was not getting up anytime soon. Now, at this point, I actually started, coming down from my shroom trip, right? I just hit my peak, and I was, riding that slow roller coaster down, right? Down that. Now, after I started coming down a little bit, I wanted to go downstairs, I had to let my dogs in, alright? So I go downstairs to go let my dogs in, because they outside, right? And as I was as I was downstairs, Bernard and Jay was chilling, talking to Bernard, and he just said, randomly, Bernard just started walking. And all of a sudden, Bernard just passed the fuck out, alright? Bernard was out. He passed the fuck out. Jay said he grabbed all his shit, he put it to the side, right? He had his phone, AirPods, his cart. He put all that shit to the side, and he just slammed. He just crashed the fuck out, alright? And of course, I wasn't there to see this, right? Because I was downstairs with the dogs. So I come back upstairs, and I see Bernard fucking, it looked like he just woken up at this time. Like, he was only knocked out for a couple minutes at this point, right? But it looked like he just saw a fucking ghost. So I was like, yo, Bernard, you doing okay, homie? And he was like, bro, I just got super lightheaded. I'm tripping dick. Got super lightheaded. He said it was the highest he's ever been. He was tripping balls. And he just ended up passing out, alright? And my boy Jay, of course, thought he thought at the time when Bernard passed out that Bernard was just trolling him, he was just joshing. So he didn't really take it too serious, right? He was still laying on my bed when this happened. He was just like, what the fuck, right? So he didn't really take no precaution. But as Bernard woke up, he started telling me everything that happened. He was like, I started feeling super nauseous and dizzy. Everything got super bright. And at the time, I was thinking it could either be from the Magic Marios, right? Or he could have, had a little bit too much fun with the pendulum, alright? Because we were ripping that shit, alright? When you're on shrooms, weed feels like nothing, alright? But, yeah, so, I mean, pretty much after that, Bernard, he ended up staying at my house for probably about another 2 to 3 hours or so, waiting for the effects to fully wear off. And he ended up just heading home, right? We took these early as shit. We probably took them at like 4. No, we took them at like 5. I would say we took them at 5. And we were done tripping by 12. Alright? So Bernard was like, yo, I'm gonna go ahead and head home. I'm not feeling too good. I'm just trying to sleep in my own bed tonight. And I was like, you know what? I respect that, yo. So Bernard ended up going home, and me and Jay just had a delightful time hitting the pendulum downstairs watching a movie. But anyways, I hope y'all enjoyed that banger of a story. I got a new story coming out. It's gonna come out real soon because it's actually happening right now. Yeah, that's right. Yo boy just got drug tested at school. And that shit's probably gonna come back positive, so I'll let y'all know about that shit. But anyways, I appreciate y'all for fucking with y'all boy. Sluggish Suitor here. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace.